Your brain can turn a two-word text into a full Netflix series. Sure, okay. What does that mean? Are they upset? Are they busy? Did I say something weird yesterday? Did they suddenly realize I'm annoying? Should I clarify? No, clarifying makes me look guilty. Actually, why am I like this? And all of this happened in 12 seconds. Here's the scary question. If your thoughts had a search history, would you trust yourself with your own brain? Because being an overthinker is weird. You can be exhausted from doing absolutely nothing. You've been sitting on your bed for 40 minutes, but mentally you've already had 6 arguments. Apologized to 3 people, changed careers twice, and imagined a future that doesn't even exist. And somehow, you're tired. The world tells overthinkers to just stop thinking so much. That's like telling someone with a powerful computer to just use fewer tabs. The computer isn't broken. It just has no idea which tabs matter. And honestly, overthinkers are living in a hard mode right now. We live in a world where everything gives us more information than we need. Someone leaves you on read. Someone watches your story but doesn't reply. Someone is typing, and then disappears. Excuse me? What was the message? Now your brain has a mystery. And overthinking brains hate mysteries. Because your brain isn't lazy, it's a detective. It wants answers. It wants certainty. It wants the missing puzzle piece. So it starts connecting dots. Sometimes there are dots. Sometimes your brain brought its own marker. And here's what's fascinating. Research suggests that people who engage in deeper reflection often show strengths in emotional understanding and creative problem solving. Which makes sense, because your brain doesn't stop at the surface. Most people hear words. Overthinkers hear words, tone, timing, facial expressions, pauses, and things that were almost said. You're constantly scanning. You're noticing patterns. You're collecting clues. It's exhausting. But it's also why overthinkers often understand people surprisingly well. It's why your friends randomly call you at midnight, because somehow you always get it. You see things beneath the surface. But here's the trap. Your brain treats every thought like breaking news. What if I embarrassed myself? Breaking news. What if this decision ruins everything? Breaking news. What if everyone secretly dislikes me? Breaking news. What if I accidentally liked a photo from 2018? National emergency. Your brain has incredible processing power. It just doesn't have a good spam filter. That's the actual problem. Overthinkers don't have too many thoughts. They have too little discrimination. Every thought gets treated like it's important. Every possibility gets investigated. Every tiny uncertainty gets an entire committee meeting. And eventually, your mind feels crowded. Because you've invited every random thought to stay. But here's something I wish every overthinker heard earlier. Your depth isn't the problem. The world needs people who think deeply, people who notice details, people who ask better questions, people who see patterns, people who care enough to reflect. Those are strengths. The skill isn't becoming someone who thinks less. The skill is becoming someone who chooses better. The next time your mind starts spiraling, ask, is this thought helping me understand something? Or is it simply demanding my attention? Because those are different things. Not every thought is wisdom. Some thoughts are just mental pop-up ads. You don't have to click every one of them. And maybe that's your superpower. Your mind goes deep, really deep. The goal isn't to make the ocean disappear. The goal is learning how to swim in it. Because once you stop chasing every thought and start choosing which thoughts deserve your energy, being an overthinker doesn't feel like a curse anymore. It feels like having a powerful mind that finally came with instructions. Before you leave, try something for the next 7 days. Every time you catch yourself spiraling, don't argue with the thought. Don't try to force it away. Just ask, does this thought need a response from me right now? That's it, because a surprising amount of mental exhaustion comes from responding to things that aren't actually asking anything from us. A possibility, a fear, an imagined conversation, a future that hasn't happened. Not everything happening in your mind is an assignment. For 1 week, simply pause and ask the question, does this need a response from me right now? I think you'll notice something interesting. Your mind isn't chaotic. It's just incredibly active. And when you stop replying to every thought that knocks on the door, your mind becomes a much quieter place to live in.